Welcome, brothers and sisters, to another live broadcast here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, the Hour of Power. This is the Hour of Power where we go strong for one solid hour, bringing you what you need, bringing us as a people what we need for Black wealth empowerment. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, brothers and sisters. Excited, excited, excited to be here with you for broadcast number 94. On our way to 100. All right, on our way to 100, we want you to join us for each one of the next up and coming broadcasts because we plan to make those very, very, very powerful as we close out on another monumental, point in Black Wealth Empowerment Live. 100 Courage Coach. I looked back in the broadcast setup, and it went all the way back to May and 14. All right. So you all do the calculation and you see how long that's been over right, 2.5+ years. We've been going strong to bring our viewers, the best of the best. Now, what is the best of the best? You might be asking. The best is better than the rest. That little rhyme I just made up. The best of the best is always better than the rest. So you get a lot of information out here. A lot of information about blackness and wealth and empowerment. There's a lot of information out here, but what we pride ourselves in is bringing you something unique. We pride ourselves in bringing you that missing ingredients. You know, some of you all you're accomplished cooks or chefs, and you know you can just taste that something's missing, right? You just know that just another pinch of oregano, just another pinch of salt, you know, this dish to another level. So we pride ourselves in finding that little piece, right, that'll add to what you already have, that will bring some clarity, that'll bring out of what you already have and take it to another level, brothers and sisters. That's what we do here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We pull back the black curtains. We pull them back. So now you can see the magical trick. You can see what they're doing behind that makes it seem like the rabbit's disappearing and they're cutting the lady in half. That's what we do here. That's what we bring to you. That's the value of this broadcast. That's why we've been able to persist to broadcast number 94 and on our way to 100. Why? Because we know if you don't know that if you don't know the value of this, you know, the value of a mustard seed. That's why he said if we had faith as little seed, we'll be able to move mountains. So he knew what was inside the mustard seed, but it's very, very small. Understand, this broadcast may look insignificant. It's not produced in, you know, expensive studios, right? And I got a headset on versus a nice fancy lapel mic or no mic at all. But what's on the inside of this content, what's on the inside of this broadcast, brothers and sisters, will absolutely change your life. Because it changed my life. How did I know? Because it changed my co-host, the Courage Coach's life. It's changing lives of thousands of others. You won't know it unless you get in that circle. Get actively involved in a group that's designed to do that. You won't know that because most of them will never get on TV. YouTube sensation, right? You'll never know who they are unless you're on the inside yourself. All right. So welcome to the Hour of Power here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Brothers, get ready. Right? We're going to gear you up and get you ready. So when you take off, You can take off better than you did. All right. I'm not by myself. There's nothing of any great significance, meaning anything beyond yourself. You can't do much beyond providing your own necessity, your needs, and a few wants. You can't do anything beyond that by yourself. You're going to need help. I knew that, so I was always reaching and trying to find and on the lookout to see who can help make BWE valuable enough, outreach me and reach others, right? And I have that brother here, you know him. He's been on here for months and months and months. He's traveling and crisscrossing this globe, right? Seeking to find those that are like you, those that are like me, whatever it takes to become what God has already put in us, like he put in that mustard seed, the power to become like him. So I bring to you no other than my courage coach, your courage coach, the co-host here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, the Hour of Power, Rodney Assad Muhammad. You there, coach?
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. Thank you, Brother Daryl. And thank each and every one of you for joining us on another broadcast, another edition of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. See, this is a hangout right here. This is where you get a chance to come and just kind of hang out with some folks of like mind. People who are kind of spinning in the same direction that you're going in. People who have some of the same and similar desires that you have. Now, I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach, and I'm coming to you live and direct from Phoenix, Arizona. Now, it's nice here today, Brother Darrell. I gotta say this. It's nice here today. It's like in the 90s right now. This is Arizona. This is Phoenix, Arizona. And so we're getting into our winter season right now. It's in the mid 90s right now. And so I just want to thank you all for joining us. And I thank Allah for this great weather and another opportunity to be here with you all. You see, brothers and sisters, if you are not excited about something in life, if you're not excited about your life, about what's going on right now in this moment in time, even though I know there's some things that are happening throughout the world and the neighborhood here and there and whatnot that are just can be seen as terrible things. But if you know, like I know, and my mama would always say, I don't know if you have the same mama I have, Brother Daryl, mama will say, all things work for the good of those who love the Lord. And so we don't look at these things as things that it's just like, oh, this is the worst thing ever and we can stay there. No, you want to be encouraged, be inspired that if you woke up this morning, I woke up this morning, we have another opportunity to transform, change, and alter the reality that we see. You know, brothers and sisters, I'll tell you this. As we move into this broadcast in the hour of power, there was power we see in the tongue. Say life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? And so you want to speak words of empowerment, encouragement to yourself and to others. And that's why you're here on BWE. This is why you're here. I know that because you want a powerful word, a word of upliftment, of inspiration, something that can cause you to spin even at a faster rate. So you're in the right place at the right time. And even if you found the rebroadcast, you're in the right place at the right time. All right. So what I want you to do right now, brothers and sisters, we need to know that you're here. We need to know that you are here. So I'm going to go over, Brother Daryl, right now to the BWE Facebook group right now, right? We're going to go over to the Facebook group and I'm going to check and see what's going on Facebook, who's doing what and who's saying what. We got some people been posting a few things in the last week. And so I'm going to try to see if we can find some things to approve. But we want you all to strap in. Just get your pens and pads together because we have a powerful broadcast for you today. This is broadcast number 94, brother. The 94. This is amazing. I was going back to some old YouTube videos, brother Daryl, when you all just had brought me on as a guest, you know. And I was looking at that. I was like, wow, that was a long time. We were so young back then, brother Daryl. We were so young back then. And so, so thank you, brother Daryl. Thank you all. And I think I see our membership coordinator down there somewhere. So, brother Daryl, I'm going to swing it back over to you, and I'm going to go check on the Facebook group and see what's going on with them.
Thank you so very much, Courage Coach. Thank you for all you do, brother. We appreciate you. And yes, I do see our membership coordinator, Sister Brandy. She's here with us. She's coming all the way from Cleveland, Ohio, right? So let's welcome our membership coordinator to welcome you all to the Hour of Power. Sister Brandy, are you there?
Yes, Brother Darrell, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, hear you loud and clear. Go right ahead.
All right. Well, praise be to Allah. Well, welcome everyone. We are glad you're and excited that you have made it. Another episode, as Brother Darrell and Brother Rodney already said, we are episode 94. Listen, it's going up. We're almost at 100, and I can't even tell you how excited I am about episode 94 because the message today that you're about to receive, you need some pens, more than one pen. You need several pens, a pad to write all the good nuggets and notes down, and be prepared to strap in. Make sure you share, 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 and let your friends, family, colleagues know that we are live and in action. Brother Darren, I'm going to send it back to you. Peace, everybody.
All right, all right. Thanks, Sister Brandy. We'll hear more from our sister in a few more minutes. But welcome, brothers and sisters. Some of you guys are just tuning in. I know football season started. I know Sunday is family day and day of worship. But we're excited that you decided to join us here live. And we're excited that you join us if it's the replay. We appreciate you coming here, and we want you to get ready for a powerful, powerful message. You know, the title has thrown some people off. You're wondering, you know, how can Uncle Sam be our friend? And we're going to share that with you a little bit later, all right? So make sure you come in, make sure you get involved with Cast. We're winding down to 100, brothers and sisters, and we're excited, so you should be excited too, all right? So just come on in. All right, this is the 94th broadcast, and here's what we want you to do. Understand, brothers and sisters, we have to understand that this universe is designed, it's structured, architect around giving and contributing. That's why they call it an ecosystem. Ecosystem. It's designed that way. God doesn't waste anything. Everything that dies serves life over and over again. So unless you and I understand that, not intellectually, it's subconsciously, so we can look for opportunities to serve. And here with this broadcast, that's what Rodney Assad does, Sister Brandy does. So if you want to be a part of those that receive in abundance, that principle, you have to live that principle. That principle. That's what we give here. We giving you stuff that costs myself and us hours and hours and thousands of dollars purchase to be involved in workshops and seminars and hours of processing and understanding and life experiences so we can crystallize something and you can catch it in a fraction of a time that it took us, right? But you have a price to pay. Price to pay for that, brothers and sisters. To much is given, much is required. What's required of you when you take much? What's required of you when you come back week after week and get this information? You know what's required of you? It's required of you to give. To give. You know, you have to live by the golden rule that you want for your brothers and sisters what you want for yourself. Share. You have to give. If not, you cut off your blessings. You cut off your own aspirations. You cut off your own goodwill. You cut off your potential. You cut that off, brothers and sisters. So you have to give. You have to share. Not just this broadcast, but anything of value you receive, you should try to share it in some way with as many people as you can. And with this modern technology and social media, is no excuse why we can't share things of value that we have with the millions in need of what you have, brothers and sisters. You see those tabs right above, right? You see those tabs? Those are sharing tabs. Those are caring tabs. Those are tabs for those that understand what I just said. But not just understand it, but understand it to the point to where they say, you know what? I'm going to embrace that. I want to be a walking example of that. So let's go ahead and do that right now. You see the Facebook like, go ahead and hit that. Here, you need to hit that and put in hashtag BWE Hangout. BWE Hangout. We are live. Join us. Hashtag BWE Hangout. We are live. Join us. Put that in Facebook. it out, put that in Twitter, send it out, and put that in any of the other platforms that you already have an account. And do that right now. Go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters, because you need to be an ambassador, right? You need to go out in front of. You need to go out and let it be known what's happening here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, the hour of power. And I need for you to do that every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes. Timer on your watch, on your cell phone, or whatever. Write it down on your piece of paper, on your notes, so when you look down at it, it'll remind you every 5 minutes we need for you to stream. You know why? Because we here at BWE, a bigger, larger, international, worldwide community. It's called the givers economy. I mean, those of us who understand Giver's Creed. The Giver's Creed is those who outgive others in their industry, if you're in business, or outgive others, out-earn others in their industry, or others if you're not in business. Give people, right? The ecosystem, back to that which you drew from that gave you life, right? So give back. Give back. From this broadcast, meaning information, inspiration, right? Assistance, guidance, clarity, understanding. Then you give back to that which you draw from. If you draw in milk from the cow, Courage Coach, right? The cow gives you milk, and you live off the milk, but then you're going to feed the goat and wonder why the cow dies. That's not intelligent, but that's what we do as Black people. You know, you experience this, Courage Coach, right? You fire people up, you give them words of encouragement for free because that's what God gave you to give to people. To give it to them free because at that point in time you saw that they needed a little something. So you gave it freely. Just to find out that they never come back and purchase from you. And God forbid you find out they went over to Anthony Robbins and bought his program. You, Courage Coach, you are there in time of need, right? But then they go to somebody else and patronize them. See, brothers and sisters, we have to understand these things. Some of us do it out of ignorance, and some of us do it out of, just selfishness. And you shouldn't be that way, because we're not that way. Shouldn't be that way. We're not. So go ahead and give. Every 5 minutes, hit those tabs, brothers and sisters, and give. So your friends can be here, because we're living in a giver's economy. Right? Oh, go ahead and do that. You giving, you share. Right? You share. You pay it forward. Pay it forward. See, the giver's economy is you participating based on a level of understanding of giving. To take that a step further would be paying it forward. Same act, but a little different. See, when you pay it forward, you're performing an act of kindness to someone else, not really looking for anything in exchange. Be a part of giver's economy, and it can be part of your business model or your revenue model where you have a free offer, right? So that you can else that they have to invest in themselves in order to receive, right? You're still a giver's economy, but it can have other layers that's part of, monetarily in yourself. And that's still a giver's economy. But then you have your paying it forward is when you pay it forward to someone else with nothing else to follow that. To monetize, right? Kindness of your heart, pure kindness of your heart. And you're not looking for anything in return. Right? So you want to pay it forward. Right? You're given as a giver's economy, but then you double down philosophy and you mix those two together. That's what you're doing when you share this broadcast. you share this broadcast. That's why we put together topics that we try to make as timely as possible and as relevant. Neat. So even though we only have an hour, it's the hour of power. All right. So make sure you understand, make sure you're clear on that so we can move forward through the program. So we're going to roll it back over to the Courage Coach. He said he's looking to see what's going on in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. And let me say this before we do that. Group, brothers and sisters, you're here on invitation only. And as you know, when it comes to private groups, that is not it's not a room full of people, but it's the room full of the right people to be the right person. All right. You have to know that you're the right person here. And these things that we're telling you are helping you to qualify the right person. Now, if you're watching it for the first time and you're watching it on the replay, brothers and sisters, the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, there's a link below that says Live Virtual Networking. Click on that. That'll take it straight to the group, and then you can join there. Right? Or you can open up a browser. Keep this browser open. Open up a separate browser. Go to Facebook. Put in Black Wealth Empowerment. Pop up. You see it says close. That means private. And you click join, and we'll bring you on. That's the only way that you can get the benefits this program of this membership. We have certain benefits that we're going to roll out and enhance after the 100th broadcast, only if you're in the private, elusive, exclusive. Right? That's your membership acceptance area. You can take of what we're going to roll down here, starting the 100th broadcast of Black Wealth Empowerment Live, the hour. Let's roll over to the Courage Coach. Let's see what's happening in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Coach, you there?
Yes, sir, Brother Daryl. We have our brother Munikai Dawood Muhammad. He's out there in Japan. He's doing big things out there. I just got to give our brother props. I like to kind of just put my brother out in front of you all from time to time, and there are others. But brother really stays steadfast, and he's I mean, just to see him grow and develop over the broadcast, Brother Daryl, which for us is one of the reasons why we do it, to watch our brother go from just being on the calls and the broadcast and just participating, putting things in, to him going and going in trainings and becoming a life coach and a certified life coach at that. And just doing some other things he's doing just digitally is just amazing to watch our brother just continue to grow and develop. So Brother Munikai Dawood Muhammad, he's out of Muhammad Mosque number 32, but he's living in Sendai, Japan, and he's the founder of Supreme Life University. So definitely look him up. He's in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, and so we approved his post. He said, "Wait, graduated from the University of Arizona in 1998. Man, he is an old dude." That's what I'm talking about. Oh, gee, no, I'm just messing with you, Brother Munikai. But that's powerful that our brother's done so much in his lifetime. And Brother Daryl, I'll tell you this, and I know you've seen this. There are people that we see, and it's not to try to disparage anybody or anything like that, or be discouraging, but a lot of people that we come in contact with that we meet that just have no desire in their hearts to want to do anything more with their lives beyond what they've always seen and done. I said to some of my students this past week when I was in Minnesota and some other place, I was telling them that, some people live in the same neighborhoods that they've always lived in. Matter of fact, they've waited until their parents died, and now they live in their house where they grew up in, and they work in the jobs that, that maybe their mother or father may have worked at, the same little steel mill or this company or that company, and that's it. And they maybe still go to the football games like you did when we were in high school kind of stuff. And that's the whole lot. And that's not bad. I'm not saying you can't do that or whatnot. Now, me, that would never have worked for me, and I'm not saying it's bad, but there's so much life to live. There's so many things to see. And I would always encourage people to explore, look to grow and develop and do things, new things, expand your horizons, because you might find out there may be some other things you might like. You say, well, I like doing this. Yes, in a vacuum, Brother Daryl, you might like that because it's all you've ever seen, all you ever known. right? There are some people who like living in the projects. Keeping it real. There's some people who like living in the projects because that's all you've ever known. So yes, friends and family. I'm third, fourth generation project liver, and I understand it. I understand the psychology of it. But unless you know there's a different way to live, a different car you can drive, a different house you can live in, a different neighborhood you can be in, and all these other things, plane rides, countries, and all these things that are out there to just explore and touch. That's why you came into the physical reality, so you can actually touch physicalities, so we can touch things and experience feelings and things, because the spirit in and of itself cannot feel, right? So we take on human form by the permission of Allah, so we can experience tangible realities, right? And so that's what it's about, brothers and sisters. That's why you hear, that's why being on BWE is so powerful, and that's why I support brothers like Brother Munikai, because I want each and every member, Brother Daryl, Sister Brandy, I want each and every one of our members to have that same fire for life, things of worth and note, that we make better society. You know, if our lives improve, we can help improve the lives of others. But if I'm downtrodden and in despair, it's very difficult for me to lift you up out of that condition that I don't even know exists. Right. So, Brother Daryl, right now, Brother Munikai is really one powerful member that have put something in the Private Exclusive Facebook group. I know there's a lot of things going on right now, a lot of people doing right now, Brother Daryl. You know, I'll tell you this, with this Facebook Live thing, that, you know, there's so many people now that can get on their phones and go live, and it is a plethora of foolishness of because everybody's an internet superstar now, and so what we're dealing with is a lot of chatter and noise. But we understand that at broadcast number 94, only the strong will survive. Only the long suffering will be there in the end and maintain. The race is not to the swift, but those who endure. And then one other thing, I'll say this, brothers and sisters, and I'll swing it back over to you, Brother Daryl, because right now the Facebook groups look like they're kind of keeping it quiet right now. Is this. Heard Sean Combs say many years ago, you know, he said, life is not a game, only the best and most aggressive will survive. You know, he said, sleeping is forbidden, a second cannot be wasted, and once seconds are lost, you lose, because losing is for losers. So I took that when I heard that years ago and said, man, you got to live life on purpose. Right, and that's what it's about. So thank you, brothers and sisters, for being here. Thank you, those who are watching the rebroadcast, and thank Brother Munikai for even being all the way in Japan. I don't know what time it is in Japan right now. I'm gonna go check right now what time it is, but I don't think it's like same time it is for us, Brother Dear. So it's a beautiful thing that our brother's there and involved. It says something about him, and I know as he goes through life, he's very powerful places, doing some very powerful things. And I just pray to Almighty God a lot. He says, you know what? Me, this is him speaking. And I thank my brothers and sisters on Black Wealth Empowerment for believing me, for sowing seeds into my life, my heart, my spirit. And it caused me to want to spin at even a higher vibration than I was already spinning in. So thank you, Brother Munikai. And thank all of you who are still with us, 94 broadcasts in. We're about to start to do some weeding out, brothers and sisters. And I hope you all are ready. Some feelings will be hurt, Brother Daryl, but thank God, thank Almighty God, Allah, Brother Daryl, you and I are not the kind of brothers that actually care about hurt feelings like that. It is a beautiful feeling to have when somebody's emotional response and reaction to truth, righteousness, and good behavior does not affect us adversely. The fact that we decided that you not participating means you're not a participator. Okay, I'm gonna swing it back over to you, Brother Daryl, right now as we get ready to come into that second half of the hour. Sisters, lock in. It's about to get real hot up in here.
All right, thank you, Courage Coach. Appreciate it. And that's a good segue over to our Sister Brandy, the membership coordinator. She's gonna make some special announcement. Everything we're doing, brothers and sisters, is preparing us and hopefully you for broadcast 100. And make a change, right? Things are going to change. Let's swing it over to Sister Brandy so she can give us some information from the membership coordinator department. Sister Brandy, are you there?
Yes, sir, Brother Darrell. I'm right here. So once again, Brothers and sisters, it's Sister Brandy Muhammad here, your membership coordinator. We are coming to you live from Columbus, Ohio. I think Brother Daryl said Cleveland. It's only been 2 weekends in a row I was in Cleveland. I am in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, so let's get back to the message for the members. Last week we talked about, just really quick, where I addressed dealing, finding 5 amazing members that would like to work with myself in the membership coordinating uh, team, right? Because it's a team. We just need 5 exceptional members to come on and be participating with me as membership coordinators. So what we're striving to do is find the 5 amazing members. We have one so far. One of the sister again has joined, and we're looking for 4 more members to come on and say, yes, I'm wanting to participate. If you go back through the stream, a couple weeks back, I sent a video asking everybody to put your name if you are interested, and then following up with me. Still the same request. If you're interested in getting on the hospitality committee for the members, for the new members that are joining, because once, as Brother Daryl already said, Brother Rodney, when we get to episode 100, it'll be totally different. So last thing, once again, asking members who are really willing to step out on faith and just help in the hospitality/membership department. Give you further details, go to the video that I had submitted about 2 weeks ago, put your name in and say, yes, you're interested in participating. And we'll go from there. I will be following up with those individual members this week. And I want to say thank you again, Brother Mudikai. We love you. It's about 9, I believe, 9:30 his time. And yeah, we're praying that everything is well with you. Peace and love.
All right. Thank you, Sister Brand. That's right, brothers and sisters. Look now, we're giving you the opportunity to volunteer. See, anytime you're dealing in a voluntary environment like we're in now, you put the announcement out several times over and over again for volunteers. Then after you don't get enough volunteers, then we start recruiting people. For those of you who are watching it live on the replay, if you want to volunteer to help, see, all you got to do is have the spirit of help and understand what I just said, the giver's economy. Right? And you'll get with Sister Brandy, inboxer within the private, the elusive, the exclusive group, because when it comes to 100, oh man, right, for the new year, you know how you make your New Year's resolution, you're going to lose weight? Well, we're going to show you at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Lose weight, but we're going to show you how to do that by trimming down this membership, these unwanted pounds that's weighing down our membership, that keeps us from being limbo, being able to move around quick and swift. All right, so get ready, brothers and sisters. We're going to tap you on the shoulder, right, so you can help people we have in that department. The more we can do to bring our activity level. Because I tell you, Sister Brandy, the Courage Coach, and I have a lot we want to do, but we have to get the engagement up. And we need your help. So get ready for us to tap you on the shoulder. Here's the other announcement. Now, Courage Coach, you know, they playing us. like DJ Khaled say, you played yourself. See, they playing us in our membership group, Courage Coach, Sister Brandy. We putting up our videos. Sister Brandy put up hers, and you put up yours, and I put up mine. They want to like it. There's not one of them kind of groups. I mean, that's not one of them kind of videos you like. We gave you instructions. See, that might be those that, don't even listen. A student that come to class after they take roll, then they leave, go to the bathroom, and never come back. See, we don't need those kind of students here. We're not going to have them. Because, see, what's going to happen if you do that, you're hitting the like button, not listening to the instructions. You never put your name down there below the video saying, "They count me in," or something like that. And we're going to cut you anyway. Video. But that's this. You're in the wrong group for that. This is not that kind of group. You played yourself. You played yourself. All right, but it says, so don't get left out. Make sure if you want to be here, make sure you do your part. If not, we're going to take your non-vote, and we're going to give you a chance to be more active in someone else's group. All right, so let's talk about tonight. Brothers and sisters, we're closing in on this year. And we have to start being more proactive in life, in all areas of life. You plan for tomorrow, You plan for next week. You plan for next month, several years out, for the rest of your life. We're gonna have a private class just for that. Me and the Courage Coach putting together some private product just for you all that want to take it to the next level. But see, once you do something like that, take the hour to 2 hours to plan out all areas of your life, short term, intermediate, and long term, then all you have to do after that is come back corrections. All you have to do is measure and see where you are, right? But we just have these aspirations, and they go up in smoke because nothing comes behind those aspirations. So we're at the end of the year. Months will be in 2017. Is in 2017 besides us making resolutions? Well, you get a W-2, 29, which means it's time to report your income, expenses to the IRS, right? We need to have an understanding moving forward and beyond. It is not something you get just for a period in time and that's it. You need to understand moving forward and apply it for the rest of our lives. So we have the title tonight is How to Make Uncle Friend and a Better Life. There's dualities in God's universe. It's not either and. It's not either or, I'm sorry. It's and both. It's more important, hot water or cold water. They're both equally important. Important, the sun or the moon, daylight or nighttime. Or is and, right? So that's what we have to understand, brothers and sisters. We need both to do both. So let's talk about that. You know, and we understand here clearly what's more important. See, it's more important that we deal with the inspirational. It's more important that we get our heads right, and then our bodies will follow, right? So that's why we don't lead with money, you stacking up your cake, because that's what everybody else does before the horse. So we want to talk about right now, we're going to turn it over to the Courage Coach. Why? Because that's what he does. You always put your best foot forward, and he is the best we have here at Black Wealth Empowerment. He's better than that. He's not just the best of what we have in Black America. Oh, no, 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 no. He's much better than that. He's the best that the world has, brothers and sisters, as far as when it comes to communicating a message to empower people to live their full potential. A peak performance coach, right? But he calls himself the Courage Coach. So for this portion of the inspirational part of tonight's Hour of Power, we have with us your brother, the Courage Coach. Take it away, Courage Coach. It's all yours.
Yes, sir, brother Daryl. Thank you so much. Thank you, Black Wealth Empowerment family. Once again, I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. Now, some of you that are just joining us, those of you just, started watching the broadcast, the replay, why the Courage Coach? I've said this previous broadcast way back. It's really for me. I realized in my life that I wasn't getting the results that I really wanted in life. I wasn't living the life that I really desired deep down in my heart, because I realized at one point that I lacked the courage needed in order to step out on faith, step out on my dreams, go and pursue them with the fire and the intensity necessary in order to accomplish a dream, a task, a goal, or something like that. I've always, by the grace of Allah, been good at things, right? And people, we say that as it's a negative, right? A jack of all trades and a master of none. Well, I've been pretty good at a lot of things, and I can do many things to a high level of proficiency, but the struggle even in that for an individual like myself is finding that one thing that I absolutely felt passionate about and it really would go all in on. I can do a lot of great things, for us, people would say, oh, that's excellent, or you did a great job with that, and that's fine. And those things I do because I've learned to do them somebody had a need, and I said, you know what, I think I can help you, and I'll learn how to do something to help them solve the problem or the need that they have. But you know, I realized that my life, my soul satisfaction was not there because I hadn't done what I needed to do or taken the steps I needed to take in order to accomplish, you know, those goals, dreams, and aspirations that I had deep down inside of me. So I realized I need to develop courage. So why the courage coach? Because I realized that if I'm going to help other people, I had to start by helping myself. And I realized that on the other side of my lack of courage to engage things, to go to the hard places, to explore the difficult and dark places, even in my own life, personally, professionally, and whatnot, that, you know, on the other side of all that was the life I really wanted to live, growing and developing in that. And I always try to seek every day to find a way to challenge a previous place where I used to run away, back away, be hesitant to engage a particular area. And so when I say the courage coach, you know, brothers and sisters, I feel one of my life's purposes is to help inspire other people to develop the courage in their lives to live the life they desire, you know. And that's what it's about. So here's the thing. Today's broadcast number 94, Brother Daryl put forth the title topic, if you will, the idea, the concept of how to make Uncle Sam your friend and make your life better and make your life better. But it's got actually two parts, you know, how to make Uncle Sam your friend and how to make your life better. So just keep in mind, brothers and sisters, two parts: how to make Uncle Sam your friend and how to make your life better. Right now, two separate yet things that they actually kind of combine to create the overall concept. Now, here's what I mean by that. You know, I like to do when we're dealing with language. A lot of us get caught up in language. We don't understand the words that are being used, and according to L. Ron Hubbard in his group, you never should go past the words you don't understand the meaning of, because blockages and hesitation to learning actually occur when we go past words you don't understand. So it's a concept that we adopted from them called clearing the words, right? Clearing words. And so we want to clear out any dross you might have in terms of the understanding of the concept or the definition, because the usage of a word can change the definition of a word can change based on the usage of it. The context that the word is being used in can change which definition you apply to that word. So, Brother Daryl, I looked up the word uncle, right? Uncle is the brother of one's father or mother, or the husband of one's aunt, right? Uncle, right? And I went there, and then I said, okay, why Uncle Sam? Because making our lives better, that concept is actually found in the first part of the whole message of the title of this broadcast, right? One's father or mother, or the husband of one's aunt. And I said, well, Sam, my biological father's name is Sam, and it's actually short for Samuel, right? And people say, well, Uncle Sam, and we use that as a derogatory term. And I know what we mean when we're saying it, right? But here's the thing: Samuel, right? Samuel is a male name of Hebrew origin, right? Then it got two possible meanings. They say in the name of God, or God has heard, right? The supreme Elohim has heard, right? And then just biblically, Samuel was the last of the ruling judges of the Old Testament. He anointed Saul to be the first king of Israel and later anointed David. So if Samuel, right, God has heard, the name of God, is your father's brother or your mother's brother, right? That means you come in the line of that. That's a blood connection right here, Brother Daryl. It's a blood connection, right? And so here's the thing we got to think of, y'all. In order to make our lives better, right? To make our lives better, we have to wrap around in our minds that even though the condition that we live in right now, that we see right now, the comings and goings, and we get murdered in the streets and all these things, and slavery has happened and all that. Don't stop there. Don't stop in the projects. Don't stop in the, oh, I lost my husband or my wife. Don't stop in, I'm a single parent. Don't stop there. Don't just stay in that place. You got to look a little further back. Yeah, my mama might have been this, my daddy might have been, but you more than likely further down the lineage, you had a brother of your mother, a sister. You see, aunts and uncles are the same in terms of their functionality. They actually, in family structure, the aunt and uncle actually was actually the place of what the godparents were supposed to be. See, if something happened to the parents, then your uncle or aunt would actually take control or possession of the children of that brother or sister who perished or whatever happened. See, my mother reared a few of my cousins up because her sisters had some condition they were battling, and the people say, hey, I'm not giving them to them. You take them, okay? And that's real life, but that's responsibility of an uncle or an auntie, right? So if my condition is not what it should be, or I don't think it's what it should be, and I'm seeing the downtroddenness of our people, the pain, the suffering. You see the Birth of a Nation movie, you see all the pain and all that. We don't stop there, brothers and sisters. That's something you want to grasp the concept of, but don't stop there, because directly connected to each and every one of us is a supreme Elohim, a supreme God who you and I both come from the direct line of. So how do we live make our lives better, right? How to make our lives better is to make our brother and sister in God our friend. That's how we make our lives better. See, the Elijah Muhammad put it like this, right? That we should pool our resources, get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us together of like mind, and pool your resources. And see, if we work in a godly collective manner, and Brother Farrakhan, Brother Farrakhan goes into that so much, brothers and sisters. It's about unity. Find those who want to be godly and do godly things. Our brothers and sisters, those who are connected to our parents of old. You know what I mean? We talking about going back prior to this condition we're in. And when you can see that you and I all come from a line of divine, then our lives will get better, because you won't stay in the project mentality. We won't stay in the we were slaves mentality. We won't stay in the woe is us mentality. We'll start to say, wait a minute, this is a moment, a blip in time. This is a blip in time. This is not reality. This is a moment to produce a future magic. See, brothers and sisters, on the other side of right now is the life we want to live that is absolutely better, but we got to do one simple thing. We got to connect ourselves to that source, right? That source, which is supreme being, Allah, God. I pray that something I said helped each and every one of us to just really just get this concept. Now, Brother Daryl's going to spin you and take that concept and just spin you a certain way to show you the actions that we got to take now in order to live a better life right here, right now, even in spite of all this going on. You're looking over your shoulder, they're shooting us down. We can change this, brothers and sisters. We have everything it takes, but right now somebody's biting at our heels to try to get us to move faster. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your courage coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to connect with your creator. Brother Daryl, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Brother Rodney Assad, the Courage Coach, for another impactful, compressed message. Brother says you got to go over these again. See, you got to understand these things, right? Of learning, you catch very little of what you hear, what you experience, what you see the very first time. Watch it again, because if something doesn't appear obvious to you, know the power and depth of a message when it's not obvious. It means that it's not for everybody, right? So if you go back and say, you talking about uncles and aunts and godmothers and godfathers and all this stuff, you got to go back, brothers. So you got to go back and understand saying. If it's not obvious, it means you have to go back and there's something there, but only for those that's willing to dig deep it out. Everything's not going to be on the surface. Everything's not going to be, you know, just because there's much of what God has to offer for us that we're going to have to dig down deep in ourselves and those things that are around us need to get what we want. So the God doesn't let anything exist in his universe unless it has a purpose. Unless it has a purpose. No matter how ugly it is, no matter how you know, useless we think it is, God wouldn't allow it to exist for any extended period of time unless for its existence. He allows you and I to live because he has a purpose for you and I. Go to work, get a paycheck, pay your bills, you know, and die. No. If that's all you're doing, just know that we're not living in the purpose in which God created us. It starts from within, understanding self first. To the extent that we can understand self is to the extent that we can understand what's in our environment and how to use everything in our environment to empower ourselves, our people, in our community. He says, right? He says, what did he say? The kingdom of God is within. It's within me. So we have to know these things. That's where the real work is done. Right? Our mind is constructed a certain way to function a certain way. Things with information, just like your body. You eat food, you don't know the functions of your intestines and the acids in your body and your intestines and lower intestines and upper intestines and all this. I don't understand that. Most people don't understand. They don't care to understand that. Your body doesn't do what it's supposed to do just because you don't understand. So it is with our mind. Our mind does what it's supposed to do, even though we don't know what it's doing. But it comes a point in time where we need to know. We need to know what's going on with our life, and therefore we can take what's around us and extract what we need and leave what we don't need. Right? That's why the scripture says all things work together for good for those who are called by his name and who loves him. Right? All things? Dying, drowning in the pool, getting shot by a drive-by? Yeah. Have the kind of mindset. And when you know yourself, you know God, and then we'll understand, not accept and understand, but we might not, right, of what has happened. So that's what it is, brothers and sisters, with Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam, your friend. How to make him your friend. He's not your friend just by default. Your friend by default. He's a burden by default. He's an obligation by default. So how can I make him my friend? How can I make him my friend? See, brothers and sisters, share with you right now. Let me give you some disclaimers. What I'm going to share with you is just for educational purpose because we're going to talk about Uncle Sam, which means taxes. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling what you should do on your tax returns and in 2017, you know, in the next when you're filing for 2016. I'm telling you for educational purpose what's out there. You have to get with a licensed professional. A licensed professional and sit down and see what your situation is and say, well, you know, I learned here recently that such and such for me. Do I qualify? Does that apply to me? Okay, we clear with that? The second thing, when you're dealing with Uncle Sam and the government of the United States and its income tax system, I'm telling you now, get with a competent professional, follow all the rules, don't lie, don't steal, don't cut corners, so you can get a bigger refund. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, don't do it. God does not reward wrong, no matter how you justify it, and right is right. Even a righteous person will treat the devil with justice. Jesus said, render unto Caesar's what is Caesar, and render unto God what is God's. Because they try to come to Jesus trying to get him on tax evasion. Or his disciples or whoever it was. Right? See what I'm saying? So you got to really tiptoe through those tulips very delicately. You better clean up now when it comes to your life, in all areas of your life, especially dealing with this government. Right? Because he's going to be looking for ways to come after those of us striving to live right, and living in the time in which we live in. So hopefully I'm clear on those two, one disclosure and one warning, right? Uncle Sam, your friend. Right? You have to understand, brother and sister, the tax laws are not written for the middle class and the poor. Well, the poor don't pay no taxes. Well, not written for the middle class. It's written for to benefit the, right? If we want to be able to maximize, then we need to understand and follow the guidelines, tax laws that are there to help us. Understand, if it helps those who follow certain laws and certain guidelines in the tax laws, if the government understands, if we help them, ecosystem, that'll come back and help us. See, so we have to understand, don't get caught up in the rhetoric. Don't get caught up in the hype that's out here that you're going to hear tonight in the debate, that you heard 2 weeks ago in the debate, right? Donald Trump don't pay no taxes, right? We need job creation in America. Because see, you got to understand, with jobs come taxes. No job, no income, no taxes. So I would rather give Brother Rodney Assad a tax break and he create 1,000 jobs, right, of individuals that's going to generate income and then turn around and pay taxes, because those thousands are going to contribute to the economy than just Rodney Assad Muhammad. Have to get out of this mindset, and Courage Coach touched on it earlier. We got to get out of this mindset of a victim, a mindset of a victor, right? You can't be victorious not understanding the rules of the game, the rules of engagement, and know what's going on, right? Know the time and what must be 2 minutes left in the game on the clock. I'm down by a field goal. That dictates a different agenda. Going into another year, you know, I'm going to file my taxes somewhere between January and April. So what should I do? And moving forward, nothing stops you and I, brothers and sisters, of finding out what the big boys do in the win. See, we're just playing the money game, but we're not playing the game to win. Strategies to win. Right? We told you this before. We'll close out. All right? Because Brother the Courage Coach and I, we're putting some stuff together for those that want it. It's time, money, and energy. Time, money, and energy. Not in that order. Money is last. You already invest your time showing up for free. You only invest your energy showing up for free. So you just got one more piece of the puzzle, brothers and sisters, to take it to the next level for your breakthrough. Not one time, but you invest over and over again. That's what I do. That's what the Courage Coach does. So let's look at Uncle Sam and how to make him your friend. Just very simple way. Just simple stuff. Brothers and sisters, did you know Sam, the government, the IRA, allow you to deduct, better yet, will pay some of the expense for you to go and learn something. No, not college. No, not the junior college. No, not a trade. Not somewhere where you got to go and get a student loan and get further and further in debt. No. There's laws, IRS, keep on saying IRS. The IRS code that allows you to write off coaching to the Courage Coach. IRS says, you know what? Understand at the IRS that our citizenry, our population will be better. We're self-disciplined, self-taught. If they got informal education. So there's laws in place. There's laws in place where the government of the United States will pay a certain percentage of everything you spend to educate you. It can be, all you need is your receipt. University or college or anything like that where you're getting a continuous education or getting credentials. No. Site. The government will help pay for that book as an educational expense. Hire the Courage Coach as a plan for you, a 3-month, a 6-month plan, but not no 1 week, no 30 days. You're not going. The scientists say it takes a minimum of 66 or 60 days plus for the habit to get ingrained. Think, oh, I got the habit now. No, for the habit to get ingrained at the cellular level, so the habit will be easier to perform for the rest of your life. So don't rob you and gyp you. 90 days. The government will pay for that. My real estate course, write off. Courage Coach, write off. Book off of Amazon, write off. I mean, just education. See, that's where it starts. It starts with educating yourself. Starts with educate. You don't need no sophisticated. Well, should I get an LLC? Should I get a C corp, S corp, LP? I mean, let's read or write first, right? Let's understand that we need to be educated. We need to make a paradigm shift. We need some new information in our brain, right? That you see that, oh man, I can write this off. I can write this off, right? And get with your professional tax person. Write off, but to maximize your write-off, you need to be incorporated. You need an entity structure. Now for 2017, right? Can now for the rest of 2016. See, with those folks that understand Uncle Sam and how to make him his friend, they spend, Courage Coach notice, they spend almost more money the last quarter, might spend the whole year. Just their expenses, the deductions for the tax year for write-offs. To start small and work our way up. Like that, educate yourself. Pay a percentage, right? Your dollars will go further. And then what you learn will multiply and quadruple. The second thing you can do, brothers and sisters, get with your tax professional. And the Courage Coach knows this. Sister Brandy knows this, right? There's your normal living expenses that can fall under business expenses. So once again, Uncle Sam will be your friend and say, you know what? I'm going to reward you for following the law. I'm going to reward you for doing the right thing. I'm going to reward you for investing in yourself. I'm going to reward you. Help pay for your haircut. I'm going to help pay for your suits. I'm going to help pay for your cell phone. I'm going to help pay for your internet. I'm going to help pay for your laptop. I'm going to help pay for your car, the gas, the insurance. Because I understand the IRS saying, I understand that I need to help those who want to fuel this economy, to grow this economy, to help provide jobs. See, because if you can get more, if they see, it's an incentive. If they can say, okay, we'll pay a certain percent of you getting a laptop, you'll go get a laptop. It's an incentive. It's an encouragement. So now the laptop people, the computer people make money. Oh, and what about the insurance plan for your laptop? Let me get that too. Make money. And what about the antivirus plan is $99 a year? Let me go ahead and get that too. Because you're thinking the government gonna help pay for this. The government gonna help pay for the virus protection. It's gonna help pay for the, what did I say? The insurance. But so you have to make Uncle Sam your friend by default, right? Robert Kiyosaki says the middle class pays up to 60% of what they make and bring home, they pay out in some form of taxes. Some form of tax. See, you only think taxes as far as income tax. But there I got a PUC tax. Internet got a PUC tax. Cable got a PU, whatever tax it is. The gas station got a tax. Your groceries at the store got a tax. Everything you buy in America, brothers and sisters, is taxed. Percent of what you make taxed up to 60% tax. The number one wealth stealer. Then after that, I would say interest rate on payments. Information, brothers and sisters. Watch it over and over again and share with your friends and get with the Courage Coach. Because the government will say, I may not like Rodney Assad Muhammad, but being that you all follow the rules, I gotta give it up. I'll let you ride. I'll help pay for some of your coaching with the Courage Coach. That's powerful, brothers and sisters. That's the only way you turn a foe into a friend. You gotta know, you gotta have knowledge in order to work the relationship to your benefit. As a starting point for you, right? So now you can learn how to stop being a victim here in America and start being a victor here in America. Because that's what God wants us to do. It's in the Bible. On the top. Told Joseph, I'll make your seed a ruler in a land that they were once a slave. And I don't know anybody that's been a slave in America other than us. It takes a people who are willing to submit to right guidance, right instruction, not just on the spiritual level, on all levels. Because Satan is on all levels. All right. Thanks for listening to this message, brothers and sisters. You share it, hit those tabs. You should have been doing it every 5 minutes. Hit those tabs and share. Get closer to 100. We're gonna trim it back. Right? We're gonna trim it back in phases because we want all of you all to stay. Non-responsive, they're dead, so we're gonna get a dead weight. And those that are here, right, that do respond. We gotta bring it to the next level now. To the next level. Because it's time for us to do what we need to do. So the membership body that's left can benefit from all the time and all these broadcasts. Because this is the leverage point. Bring board. Like Brother Munakai, one of our premier members. Now he's doing coach. I saw you probably saw it, Sister Brandy, because you pay attention to what's going on in our group and with our members. Now he's doing periscopes from Japan, and I'm loving it. He was going through the grocery store, and he was educating us on the price and the food and the, oh man, it's listen to our brother talk Japanese. See, that expands your mind. Expands your mind. So now you can say, I'm gonna hit a Brother Munakai. I want to go to Japan. He launched his coaching, his school. Brothers and sisters, that's what this platform is all about. Sister Brandon, the Courage Coach, and I encouraged. Right? So that's our message for tonight. I'm gonna swing it over to Courage Coach, Sister Brandy, for some final words, and we're gonna get out of here. I gotta get ready for the debate, boy. I gotta get ready for some entertainment. Ooh, it should be good now, Coach. I mean, they coming after Donald. Donald better not punk out. He better come on with the goods. Let's roll it over to the Courage Coach.
There you go. All right, brothers. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us a little longer than we would like to go. But we try to get this content to you all. And so, it's about really getting the great content to you. Make sure you have some of the tools that you need in order to, begin the week with a new thought, a new idea, a new way of just kind of moving forward. And so you want to look at these things, especially when you come to the close of this year, Brother Daryl. A lot of people don't understand that those tax strategies and just ideas that you gave, that's just a few of them. That's not even all of it. You just gave a few tips that people could just, look at and be implementing and looking into. That if you know these things going into the new year, you can set yourself up to really, really, really pay as little tax as possible on the terms of like income tax, right? And you can find other ways to get, do that too. If you do a co-op, I have a card to a food wholesaler where I can buy food in bulk wholesale, like all the restaurants do, and setting up a co-op, then people can buy that, and I don't have to tax them. I can say, hey, you just pay at cost. There's no profit to be made at cost. Boom, boom, boom. It's just a co-op membership. You just pay a little membership fee, $5 a month or whatever you choose to be, and that's what you get access to your best fruits and vegetables at a wholesale rate or whatever. And so that's how you can cut down on paying some of the costs on some of the other products you might get taxed for. But just know, brothers and sisters, this is something you want to get passionate about and stay involved in, find books and resources. And Brother Daryl, hopefully you can put a few things out there, maybe some books or resources that they can read coming up this week that people can kind of engage and get into that can help them pick up some of these strategies as well. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to roar. Brother Daryl, back over to you so we can send to Sister Brandy.
All right. Thank you, Courage Coach. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll put together something and post it in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. That's why you want to be there, brother. Says you have to understand the things that you see moving and shaking in society, that's not done in the public. The private, the organizing, the strategizing, the implementation groups. So you want to be a part of private groups. Afraid of private groups. Every private group, Courage Coach, ain't the Illuminati. Let's roll it over to Sister Brandy. Close out your department with tonight's message.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Brother Darren, Brother Rodney. Brother Rodney, appreciated that message of inspiration today. Man, I got to go back and revisit and listen to the message again because I need to digest it all over again. But praise be to Allah. Thank you, awesome members. We are glad that you participated and looking forward to seeing you episode 95 next week. As Brother Darren, Brother Rodney already said, it's going up. That's the only way to go. So if it be the will of God, we will see you next week. May Allah continue to bless you. Don't forget, members. I only need 4 more. Amazing members. Sister Sonia's already committed. We just need 4 more. That's all we're looking for. So holler this week and let me know if you're ready. Peace and love.
All right. Thanks, Sister Brandy. Now we give you 1 more week to volunteer. After that, Sister Brandy will be tapping you on the shoulder and say, psst, come here. Help us or not. If not, why not? Right? So you get ready for that. We're going to reach out to you, brothers and sisters. Now, next week, we will not have a broadcast. Celebrating the 21st anniversary of the Million Man March in Atlanta, Georgia, with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We want to encourage all of you all, if you can't be there, then watch it live on NOI.org at 2 p.m. on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You make the adjustment for wherever you are. So we will not have a broadcast next week. We'll follow with broadcast number 95 the week after. All right, brothers and sisters, but you want to participate. You want to participate in history. Participate in history wherever you can. And it was going to be a very, very historical event on next Sunday. Farrakhan is going to talk about the election. He's going to talk about the weather, and he's going to talk about all these killings of officers at the hands of the police officers. You want to get guidance. The most important and most valuable thing that we can get in these trying times, brothers and sisters, is not a tax strategy. Guidance, and you'll get that next week. All right, so let's close out. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on the next broadcast. God willing, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, deserves your very best. Thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. Take care. God bless.